Good afternoon. Happy Monday to everybody. This is Darth Rabbit 07 coming to you today with another highly anticipated pickup from CMD Store. Thanks again to them for shipping so quickly. Going to turn this camera around before I do so. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, all the stuff to help the channel continue to grow. If you have already subscribed, just humor me and unsubscribe and resubscribe. Just trying to make sure this is getting the notifications to you guys as I get this new content out. Thanks again to everybody that has done so. New arrival today is none other than this Transformers Rise of the Beasts Studio Series number 101, Scourge on the turntable. There's a really great look at that upcoming mug. And 31 steps get you from robot to truck and back again. And pause and scan to help you in your markets there. Thank you again to all those that take the time to do the little things to help my channel continue to grow. And I really can't wait to hear Peter Dinklage's voice come out of that awesome CGI render in this summer's movie. Hopefully this will take lessons learned into account. I really do wish we had the voice cast from Beast Wars plus Dinklage, and we'll just see how it goes. Thanks again to all those who subscribe. Let's get them out of the box. Really do appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your support. In the box, we get the instructions for Scourge, and it shows you how to configure stuff out of the box there. You got your instructions and steps on how to get them into truck mode. Continue along the back here. And that 31 steps is denoted on the back of the box. Plus, you got some extracurricular little configuration there to take his cannon, transform it down, and put it into the truck mode. Alongside of that, we have the backdrop. Having not seen the movie and seen in the trailers, I could swear this is where he takes up Bumblebee by his spear fingers and runs him through. I hate the bee keeps getting run through. We have Scourge on the turntable there, and what's holding him in the back there, and it looks like his tissue paper is there in the front. I was looking on the back for it and I didn't see it for the toilet paper. Let's free this guy really quick here. A little bit of snippy snip snip and snip action. And get him out of the box. What's absolutely crazy about this guy out of the box is how insanely detailed he really is, guys. I really am loving the way this looks. I love that head sculpt. It looks so menacing and very, very crazy. It's just they took like Megatron's Mad Max mode and went to the next level with it, with the chain detail and the paint absolutely used, and paint work there on the shoulders, the detail on the claws and the what have you. I mean, this is pretty crazy awesome. He has that sword right there on the back side of his arm. Let's go see if we can calm the dogs down before they get too loud. This guy is, like I said, massively detailed, and it's like, then it stopped going down the leg there. I mean, boom, boom, and then look at the back side of that, and his backpack kind of cleans up nicely for what it is. Got some rubber bands I'll have to take off as we get him in the truck mode. He's in robot mode, but these articulate just a little bit. His go all the way around it. His backpack. It will untab if you desire to have it untab, and then you can get all the way around for the sake of the articulation there. It kind of gets in the way of itself there with those gears and stuff, and that's kind of neat detail that they got right there, is those gears and what have you. Tab that back in. No, they're not going to ever put articulation at the wrist anymore with this stuff like this, and this blade will fold on out. We'll do that in a minute when we get into the weapons and the whatnot load out. The head has a weird kind of deal going on there, because you got a ball there that you can do some rotation right there at the lower neck. Then it's also on a ball with some clear plastic that will scare me over time, but then you get that looking up feature. It has some light piping. Don't know how well that's picking up out here in the sunshine, but it looks very menacing when you do see that effect. The waist, oh, he does got some waist swivel. That's awesome. And his arms can go out to the sides that far as needed. The waist, and more nicely painted pipes there at the waist, asymmetrical. Got 2 and 1 and all that jazz. He can go all the way out to get the full van damage. Don't know how this guy's going to move or look because we haven't seen the movie yet, and it looks like they got some more tire detail, and it could be something else. But anyway, just a touch of hollowness there, but for a studio series, not too bad. His weapon emplacement will go there, and then I do believe it will peg in somewhere with the hand over here. I'll take a close look at that in a minute. Just really wish that they would, especially on the bigger stuff, you know, make sure to give it the articulation to make it as cool as possible. And I know it's not Masterpiece, but there we go. And there he is standing on the table. Had to get his feet a little bit chicken legged there to do that, but that seems to be with most Bayverse designs, and I'm hoping that Capel is doing his own thing and trying to get away from the Bayverse, but we'll see what happens, like I said, in June. Let's get that weapon going on. Focusing on the sword hand first, you can take and untab it right there, fold it out, swing it up into position, and lock his hands around it like he's getting ready to go Darth Maul on them Autobots and whoever else is in his way. I don't see much else getting in his way. It'd have been nice to have a glow effect. Anyway, I think customizers will be able to do that because it shows it somewhere on the box. Yeah, boom, right there on the side of the box there. But get back to this guy. Thanks for such a cool looking figure. I can't wait to see this on the big screen. These do articulate because we see him, you know, pretty much grab B or impale B using this arm to do the dirty work. And I almost feel like there could have been some more articulation added to these little spots because it's a bendy soft rubber going on there. But like I said, we'll have to hold judgment and wait for the movie. This lower arm does come off like right here at this joint. It's got a key and a hole there for all those to see. So you can pull that off and then you can add back on the other part. So Scourge can lay down a bevy of firepower, as you can see right there. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, chicka boom. And the other hand will store, or the other piece will store on the back there. It tabs in on the back, the other part tabs in at the waist. So you can interchange and swap that out as needed. So all that's left now is to get this guy converted into his truck mode and show off how cool that is in 3, 2, 1, and... The best I can make out according to a render here and the configuration and render in these instructions. Here is Scourge in the combined mode with Freezer attached to the back paneling, and this is movie accurate when it comes to the lower piece that Freezer attaches to, but he only attaches to like 2 points and not all too great there. So there is your cannon mode there in the truck mode, and just trying to give you a cleaner spin here to let you see all the details and the what have you. This truck front looks very menacing, very awesome. I love how the chain is painted throughout this alt mode. I like how this is actually the chest. It's no faux chest fake. It's really neat how that transformation gets that together and tightens it up and gets it in there. It's one mean Mad Max looking truck mode there from the front. As you can see, the chains go all the way go down the sides. So then that Terracon symbol looks like it's a augmented Autobot and Decepticon symbol. So maybe it's some clues that is being thrown right in front of our face, but we'll have to hold judgment until June there. I'm sorry about the rocking of my tripod here, but it's a little bit breezy and it's just going to keep on doing that. So I'm going to try to hold it steady while spinning this around and let you have one more look at you got some tabs there and you got like a little deal up there, and it's kind of like how it goes into the feet are just free hanging and floating there. But if you take off Freezer from this point, which really didn't take that much, this is the actual way that everything folds up going down into the back of that right there. It's just a big mess of a Mad Max truck, and I guess it's where it can get by with all of this and that. And I get some Rhino vibes because you can accidentally knock these over like really easy, but I get the whole mask Rhino vibe right there in Mad Max form. And see how you just barely touch it and it does that stuff. It does roll really good, and I'm just going to hold judgment for the movie to see how all that does go together. I don't like the hollowness there, but like that doesn't shift or come in at all. This is actually the blaster that you saw earlier, and again another few shots and angles there of the truck in its entirety, and it just It's really massively awesome. I do like this quite well, except for when you get back to the ugly end of the back end of the butt of it. But that's our Rise of the Beast Scourge in his vehicle form. I'm going to transform him back to his robot mode, and it almost like goes to steal and take away stuff from how Battletrap sends stuff to the back end of the cab, and it kind of just leaves it looking like a wrecker kind of Mad Max mess. But that's the design of the Predacons. It's not Predacon, it's the Terracons. Thank you. All right, into truck mode. 3, 2, 1. Correction, robot mode. Thanks again. Getting Scourge into some final thoughts here. I really do enjoy this a whole lot more than I thought I initially would. I even enjoy Freezer with this gun mode lance thing going on there with his arm that he can hold stuff with, and the other arm, you know, this one can tuck away back here in the back, and then you got another Mega Man blaster and or prime arm or whatever you want to call it. That looks just really, really, really sick and awesome. And I'm warmed up just to Freezer been like this. I'm not really liking the whole Grievous thing, but being a gun for Scourge, and then another blaster for this truck mode, and the way that all this folds up in the back here from the transformation. The only thing that bugs me about the transformation in general is the way that everything folds up a la Battletrap. If you've seen it there, you'll see it here again. But the light piping is pretty top notch, as we can bring this in here to look a little closer and focus on that noggin. I mean, even with the light of the evening, that just looks freaking sick, and I really can't wait to see him on screen. I highly recommend this version of Scourge. This is a pretty terrifying looking version, and with Peter Dinklage's voice and this CGI CAD, I mean, in toy form, I mean, this is really, really freaking awesome. Like I said, highly recommend. Don't miss out on your chance to pick this guy up. You can get it from CMD store as of yesterday, or no, not yesterday, that was a couple of days ago, because it just got here today. So yeah, anyway, I'm so tickled that they ship so fast and they don't beat around the bush and don't have to wait for the movie to come out to actually get to use and transform this and have it in the collection. I really like the stuff so far from the Studio series, minus that Freezer, but this Freezer with this Scourge, that's how it should have been to begin with, is my final thoughts there on this guy. And gratuitous amount of paint. The detail of the chain throughout is pretty sick. Just wish they'd have kept on going down the leg with it and stuff, and then it looks so good in truck mode in my eye. Thanks again for watching my channel. If you have already subscribed, do me a favor, unsubscribe, resubscribe, and let's see if I can get this thing to get and break the 628. I think I was at 708 before I filmed this in videos, and subscriber count is below my video count. I just want to make sure I'm growing and doing the stuff and things to appeal to all, and that you're most certainly getting those functions through the whole algorithm thing or whatever, you know, what new YouTubers are having to crack, what have you. I just want to make sure we can crack that. And if you haven't subscribed, please do so down below there. Thanks again to all those who have done so. Thank you again for your precious time, and pick this guy up. Be it you're a movie fan or not a movie fan and you want a really cool Scourge figure, this guy is checking all the boxes that I did not even think I would come up with that recommendation. So looking forward to see Peter Dinklage's voice come out of this guy, and hopefully it'll shine a new light when we see it in June. Thanks again for watching. Y'all have a great week out there. Till all are one.